Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
Well, like Micah just said, it's been raining all day here in Columbia. So let's escape to somewhere where it's sunny and 75. How about Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona? The Show Me squad is playing in the round of 64 in Wichita against the UNLV alumni, the Vegas Rebellion. Michael Porter's older brother, Jonte, getting things started for the squad with a three to cut the deficit to 1. Then friend of the Tigers, Kevin Harvey, he'll miss from 3, but Jonte is there. The squad up 45 to 39 at half. Then straight out of Columbia, Mosley drains the 3 to put the Show Me squad up double digits. The squad in full control early into the 4th. Criswell will get the pass here and will drain the 3 to put the squad up by 18. The Rebellion will make a push late, but the good guys hold on, 96-90. Well, welcome to February, but let's take a second and travel back to November. Mizzou basketball, they're about to start. Energy is high off a resurgent year under head coach Dennis Gates and fresh off the additions of Connor Vanover, Tamar Bates, and Anthony Robinson. It was exhilarating. However, since the season started, the Tigers haven't been able to put it quite together. After falling to Arkansas last night, 91-84, the Tigers extended an 8-game losing streak. In the last 2 months, the Tigers are 2-13 and have yet to win a game in the SEC with an 0-8 record in conference. They face Vanderbilt this Saturday, a team also without an SEC win. Head coach Dennis Gates isn't taking any excuses.
We have to be participants in our own rescue.
It was just 2 seasons ago that Missouri women's basketball shocked the world, upsetting number 1 South Carolina 70-69 in overtime. The Tigers, they could use some of that magic tonight, heading into the other Columbia on a 4-game skid. Cards facing the rival Chicago Cubs in a rare trip out to the Cactus League. Chicago welcoming St. Louis to Arizona with a blast. Seiya Suzuki deep to left center for the solo shot. He's hitting .464 this spring, 1-0 Cubbies. Cubs holding the lead into the 6th until Wilson Contreras, the ex-Cub himself, gets a hold of this one. It's a 2-run shot, brand new ball game. We're tied at 3. Then, next inning, ducks on for Brendan Donovan with nobody out. He makes contact here to bring in the go-ahead run. Cards, they go up 4-3 in the 7th. They tally 2 more in the inning and win the game 6-3. Kobe Brown and Demoy Hodge. Friends turned enemies, but this time it's heartwarming. The 2 former Mizzou stars are playing each other out in Vegas in their final summer league game. Brown coming off a 35-point performance which garnered national attention, while Hodge is fighting for a spot on the roster. Brown starting for the Clippers and Hodge starting for the Lakers. Kobe picking up right where he left off. He's going to kick and drill this 3-pointer. That's the first points of the game, and he's looking like a force again early. Brown showing his range again. Bang. The Vegas Tigers fans love it. They'll also love Hodge knocking down a 3 himself. He's got 5, Brown's got 6, but then Brown will get knocked into and roll his ankle. He'll be forced to leave the game, but Hodge will continue to rep the Tigers. He pulls another 3 to take the lead for the Lakers. Then how many times have we seen this? Demoy Hodge, time winding down, hits the 3 to take the lead. Lakers lead in the 3rd, Hodge has 11, and Brown is still out with 6. And speaking of Missouri football, they moved up in the AP rankings today. Despite having the week off, the Tigers moved up from 16 to 14, marking their highest ranking since 2014, which was also 14. Oregon State and Utah, who were both ahead of Mizzou in the AP poll, lost on Saturday, giving the Tigers a 2-spot boost.
We really want to send our heartfelt thoughts out to those who are affected, especially the families.
That was Royals manager Matt Quattaro out in Surprise, Arizona today, speaking on the tragedy that took place in Kansas City yesterday afternoon. Since the shooting, several other professional Missouri sports organizations have given their condolences as well, including the Blues, STLFC, and the Cardinals organization. They said that the Cardinal Nation stands with the Chiefs Kingdom. And it's 1 week till opening day for the Royals as they take on the White Sox in Surprise, Arizona. Nick Pratto up with a runner on 3rd. He punches the gap here. Royals, they're rolling 1-0 good guys after the 1st. Then the White Sox, they come back to tie. But it's Pratto again. Full count, drills it out of the yard. 3-1 Royals after 3. But the White Sox, they come all the way back to tie 3-3. Well, the last time Missouri beat Georgia, it was over a decade ago. The year was 2013, and the Tigers won the SEC East. But this year, the Tigers' road to the SEC Championship will have to run through Athens. The Bulldogs have held the illustrious AP Poll 1 spot the entire season and will serve as the Tigers' greatest test so far this year. In 2013, 25th-ranked Missouri upset 7th-ranked Georgia through the air and with turnovers. LaDainian Washington tallied 115 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Tigers' defense came up with 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles to seal the football game. The blueprint for the Tigers to upset Georgia on Saturday will be similar from the likes of Luther Burden, Chris Abrams-Drain, and Darius Robinson. We'll full coverage of the game on our Twitter and KOMU8.com. Eli Drinkwitz has made his reputation known as a coach who can recruit, whether that's showing up to a field in a helicopter or just a conversation. He can reel in talent and did that again today. 4-star linebacker Brian Huff announced a few hours ago that he will be committing to Missouri. The Arkansas native chose Missouri out of a Final Four that included Mizzou, Arkansas, Central Florida, and UNLV. Some dedicated fans braving the rain tonight in the first half. The Jays, they're going to get on the board quick. Emily McMillan takes this one herself. She sneaks it past the goalie to put Jefferson City up 1-0 in the first 10 minutes. Then, in the second, McMillan finds Jaden Peters, and what she finds is the back of the net. Jays extend their lead 2-0. Jeff City goes on to win that game 4-2. Taking on the Senators in Ottawa in a must-win game. The Blues, they're looking sharp in the first. Brandon Saad getting the rebound here to score his 20th goal on the year. It's 1-0 Blues. And then in the second, Blues, they're looking to add some insurance. Scramble in the crease. Jake Neighbors pokes and prods and gets it in. Blues lead 3-1. They go on to win 5-2.
Missouri football visited Nashville this weekend looking to go 5-0. KMU8 sports reporter Jacob Siciliano is down at the stadium in Nashville tonight. Jacob, how's it going out there?
Hey, Avery. Tonight, the Tigers ripped off their 5th consecutive win this season. It's their first 5-0 start since 2013. The last time they came into Vanderbilt ranked back in 2019, they lost. This time, different story, and it's mainly because of Brady Cook. He set the all-time record for passes without an interception in the SEC at 326 attempts. Luther Burden and Theo Weiss Jr. became the first receiving duo to have 100-yard games since Albert Aquimba and Jalen Knox back in 2018. Now the Tigers, they'll return to Columbia to take on number 13 LSU in a game that will be a big test for where they stand at the end of the season. Reporting live in Nashville, Jacob Siciliano, KOMU8 News. The last time the Broncos beat the Chiefs, Barack Obama was president. Yeah, that's right. Peyton Manning was the quarterback for the 2015 Broncos, a team that ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. The Chiefs, they haven't lost since then as they look to extend a 16-game winning streak that has spanned almost 3,000 days at Mile High Stadium out in Denver today. We're 68 hours away from the big game, and the Chiefs are out in Vegas getting ready for their 3rd Super Bowl appearance in just 4 years. They're trying to become the first team to repeat since the 03-04 Patriots.
KOMU8 sports reporter Jacob Siciliano is here with more on Brennan Class.
Yeah, Ben, after winning the Lewis and Clark Conference last season, Steve Hopkins, the old head coach, decided to hang it up on top, leaving an opening for a new head coach with a legacy to chase. There's a new voice on the Bulldog gridiron.
Take your anger out on that ground. That's right.
Brennan Class, who spent his 28 years playing and coaching Mid-Missouri football, is preparing for his first home game as coach of the Harrisburg Bulldogs.
It'll be exciting, you know. There's nothing like a home crowd.
Class took over last year's Lewis and Clark championship team from Steve Hopkins, who retired last winter and is now confident in his new replacement.
I mean, I'm very glad he was chosen. Don't get me wrong. I think he's an excellent up-and-coming young head coach.
Since taking the job, Class says he relies heavily on his assistant coaches.
Hey, we got empty.
He also has a secret weapon.
Is that it?
His dad.
It's really great just because I can call him, text him, whatever.
Pete Class coached football in Macon for 17 years, coaching with his son for a total of 8 years. Pete is now retired, but has left a legacy that his son wants to emulate.
They always ask, you know, hey, you're Pete's kid and all that, and they tell me all the things of the interactions they've had with him, and normally, you know, it's great things, and I just kind of want to live up to that, you know.
So far, Harrisburg's season hasn't started as scripted, dropping games to Cabul and Clark County, but Hopkins thinks those wins will start stacking in time.
Change is good. Change will produce growth. but it's gonna require real buy-in from those young kids, and it's gonna require coach just himself to continue to grow, which he will.
And the Bears taking on the Chargers in Sunday Night Football. Right now, the Chargers are leading the Bears 27-7 in the third. You can catch the rest of that game if you want on NBC. And that's sports.
So, Razorbacks lead once again, 47-46. You hear the faithful fans here in Fayetteville starting to build up the momentum. Nick Honor with the ball. Getting it out to East, dribbling quickly. He's finding a lane. Shot goes mid-range, falls, bucket, Tigers lead.
Another example of Sean East being slithery while attacking the basket. Finds a little crease after passing by Mekhi Mitchell with the left floater.
48-47 to the bucket. No good for Mitchell. Nick Honor moving quickly for the Tigers. Dishes to East all the way on the left-hand side. East traversing course to Noah Carter for three. No good. Hit the right side of the rim, deflected out, picked up by Arkansas. Arkansas all the way down low, open shot in the corner, dish all the way around Arkansas. Quick ball movements here, and it's going to be picked up by Davis. Davis driving right, slowing things down for Arkansas all the way cross court. Shot goes from Mark from three, drains it. Arkansas regains the lead, 50-48. 11:40 left to go here in the second half. This game is electric.
Absolutely. Arkansas answering back after the 10-point run from Missouri. Tremont Mark hitting the scoring column with the three right there.
Sean East slowing it down for the Tigers.
Fans are loud right now. Everybody's standing up and ovating.
Mark's fourth. You hear the woos from the Razorbacks. Sean East trying to find a lane. Goes up with the floater. No good. Rebound Missouri. Sean East has it. It's on the ground. He kicks it out. Carter, Bates, shot from three. No good. Vanover with the dunk. Oh! Vanover slams it down. Timeout Tigers, 50-50. We're tied, 11:04 left to go here in the second half. We're kicking it back to break. We'll be back with you in a minute. You're listening to KCLU 88.1, fired up from Fayetteville. A-Town down. Welcome back to Fayetteville. Inside Bud Walton Arena, what a game. We have Folding in front of us, knotted at 50. We are tied once again, 11:04 left to go here in the second half. Comes off of the Connor Vanover dunk. The awareness staying down low. That's why you go out and you get a 7-footer for plays like that. Finishing at the rim off of the missed three from Tamar Bates. Tigers picking up after one another. It's what you like to see. We're tied here in Fayetteville. This is exciting.
Absolutely. Don't see much where Connor Vanover using a little bit of athleticism on that play, jumping to grab the ball, even with his 7-foot height, to dunk over Mekhi Mitchell, who's no small man right there. But the lengthness of his arms, he's using that towards his advantage to create such an exciting play. That should absolutely give momentum to the Tigers right there.
And this is the type of basketball you need to play when you lose a guy like Kobe Brown, when you lose a guy like Demoy Hodge. The team is picking up over for each other right now. You see Tamar Bates. He misses the open three, but who's there? It's Connor Vanover. You see the Tigers trail down. You see the Tigers miss a shot. You have Nick Honor picking up himself after he misses a three, gets his rebound, fires back another three-pointer. It's been the Tigers coming into this second half and saying, we are not going to be put down by Arkansas. We're not going to be put down by our own mistakes. And so far, that's what's kept them in this game. They've been down as much as 8 in this contest so far. They've clawed back. We're tied at 50 as the Razorbacks look to break that tie. Working down low is Mark. Tigers handling Mark pretty well so far tonight. A foul will be called, and one bucket. Rolls around and down, and it's battle again for the Razorbacks. That's his 25th point.
The kids would call that a toilet bowl right there, and how much times it just spun around the rim on the layup.
He'll have another free throw to make that 27. We talk about it. Arkansas is responding too. You have the big momentum play. Free throw, good.
Wow.
Arkansas up 3. You have the big momentum play from Missouri. The Vanover dunk. We're tied again. What happens? It's battle. He comes back and one. Razorbacks are back up with 10:35 left to go.